Hey, awesome seeing you here. Thanks for being with me in episode 10 of the Nation SMP. I'm back from Austria, my skiing vacation, and I have a little bit of a sickness going on, as you can probably tell by my voice, but that doesn't stop me from doing something amazing. Since we built a tropical shop at Meltspace in the last episode, or at least we started to do so, I thought in this kind of special episode, you know, episode 10 is the first two-digit number episode, that sort of thing. We need to do something at our base, especially because we haven't really done anything that is, yeah, cool to show off. We've only put a few chests into this village I invaded, and we've built this wheat farm, but nothing else. But let's go over to the wheat farm. I'm gonna go over it one more time. I think it was episode 5 or 6 where we built this. If you haven't seen it already, please go ahead and check it out if you want to be updated. But basically we have a farmer villager right in there, which is going to harvest all the wheat that is grown. This one is grown, for example. I hope he goes here in just a moment. Come on. Doesn't look like he wants to. But basically he's gonna harvest this. He's only gonna pick up the seeds to plant it back down, and the wheat is going to be picked up by a minecart that is driving along here and then sucks the item through the soil and then puts it into this chest. Just to refresh your mind, we've already got about 9 stacks of wheat. That's quite a bunch. And you know, oh, there he goes. Now the wheat is on the ground and the minecart is gonna pick it up in just a moment. In the process of getting this farmer villager, we experienced quite a bit of issues. You know, when you when you heal, when you convert a zombie villager into a villager using the old golden apple and splash potion of weakness trick, it's not always gonna give you a farmer villager. So down here underneath this yellow flower, I placed that purposely. Cool, huh? We've got 5 failed tries at getting a farmer, and I think I've got some more villagers somewhere roaming around back there or something, but I'm not sure. And I don't want to have them sit around here. That would be cruel. I want them to have a purpose. I want them to sit around somewhere else and actually give me something. So what I thought is I am going to build something that a lot of people have built, but not in the way that they have built it. Let's go up here, place that flower back here, and we are going to stroll over there. Why are we gonna go over there and not build it right there? Well, because we've got one villager over there, and these villagers are not allowed to interfere with that one. Huh? Got a clue already what it could be? If not, I'm gonna show you right now. Over here, we have got what I call the super simple iron golem farm. Yep, simple infinite iron farm. That's what it is. Why is it simple, you may ask? Well, you know, the old ones, or let's not call them the old ones, let's call them the classic ones. That sounds a little bit more respectful to the classic ones, are quite bulky and large to build and pretty ugly, while this has only a 10 by 10 footprint. And how it works? Well, I'm gonna explain you after I build it, but here are some of the basic facts that I'm gonna be using for this. So, to spawn an iron golem, you need at least 10 villagers, and over there we've only got 5, so we need to transport them over here first of all, but that's gonna be pretty easy by using some minecart tracks. But then we need to breed them, and we can't just stick them into a glass cage and then make them breed. But what we can do is give them a little bit of food, and then they will do their thing if they have enough valid doors, which are recognized as a village. I don't know how many we need, but I thought about using acacia wood because they have extended their variety of doors. Back in the day they only used to make love when they saw oak doors, but right now also acacia doors make them willing. Let's say willing. Back in the day I used to say another word, but I don't think that's appropriate anymore. Alright, let's get a bit of acacia planks, and we're gonna make 40 doors. 40 is the amount of doors that I need. I don't think this is a really good way of doing it. There you go, that's 39, and I think I've got a few more laying around somewhere. But we're gonna use these doors to make valid villages for the villagers. And iron golems spawn. Here's the thing, why the old or the classic farms have been so bulky. Iron golems spawn in a 21 by 21 by 6 area around the village. What does that mean exactly? Well, let me tell you. If you had the villagers right here, the iron golem would spawn in a 21 by 21, so that's a square of 21 by 6, so 6 blocks tall area around this village. And while we only have 10 right here, this is elevated 10 blocks into the air, so there is no other place other than on top of these blocks for the iron golems to spawn. And that is why this tree needs to go, because if we left that one here, iron golems would technically have the chance to spawn on top of that tree, and we do not want that to happen. And that's also the reason why we can keep our iron golem farm so small, because iron golems will only be able to spawn on that platform and nowhere else. Alright, I don't want to bore you to death with building this, so what about I build this and then we're gonna make some stops in between, or maybe I'm gonna build the whole thing, depends on what my flow is going to be like, and I'm gonna show you how what I mean by really looking at it, and then we will be back in just a moment. Sounds like a plan? I think it does. Alrighty, we're back. Right here, just a few hours later, and this right there is the super simple iron golem farm. Now, I had a little bit of an incident, but I'm gonna get to that in just a moment. First, let's get to these villagers and give them some bread so they can breed. And here's the incident story. So, as you know, I had 5 villagers in that hole right back there that I showed you in the beginning, and then I also found another spot where I kept about 5 villagers as well, and I transported all of them over here. 2 or 3 died on the way here because I did it at night, because I'm very smart and I didn't think about the zombies that are walking around at night and then killing the villagers, but I learned my lesson, so I slept and then had the villagers go onto this track at daytime, and then I left them in here thinking that zombies wouldn't be so smart and climb up this staircase. Well, turns out that they are, and they killed all of these villagers right here, so all I was greeted with were some zombies. And then I was a little bit angry at myself and spent 3 Minecraft nights looking for zombie villagers that I could cure, and then I heard a villager noise and I was like, am I hallucinating now? Well, it turns out that I had another villager hole with 2 of these librarians. I don't know why, probably kept them because of the paper trades, but that's pretty cool, isn't it? That I keep them in separate holes. That is super awesome. And now I'm giving them bread so they can breed, because as you know, as of 1.8, yeah, I think it's, is it 1.8 or 1.7? No, I think it's 1.8. They are sharing food in order to breed. Back in the day you could just have doors around them and that would make them super willing, but now they need food to breed as well. They will share it, and they will have a fantastic time while they are at it. So I'm gonna place some dirt over top of them so no zombies can attack them, and then they will, yeah, as you could see, throw it around. The other guy will pick it up, and then they will be making babies as long as they have food. So now this is the farm. As you could probably tell, it's really simple. All we have right here are 2 spawning spots, one here, up in there, and now let's try to get down to the 2nd level, and as you can see, it's 4 blocks tall, so enough for the golems to spawn in, because they're only 3 blocks tall, but they can spawn on this floor and on this one because they spawn in an area that is 6 blocks tall. Up there I've got some glass, by the way, on top of the frame here to prevent the golems from spawning on top of that border, because as you know, or as I told you, they could spawn outside if there were spaces, but now with the glass they cannot. They can only spawn on solid blocks as far as I know, and also no zombies or other animals can spawn on there. Now, when these iron golems spawn, we don't just want to keep them around, we want to kill them as fast as possible, so new iron golems will spawn. Because only iron golems only spawn when other ones are not there, aka when they are dead. And what I want to do here is just a simple killing chamber out of glass and then some hoppers and some lava, and that's gonna be it then. So we just funnel down here and place that there. Alright, I wanted to tell you about a small story from my skiing vacation that I have been on in Austria. On April the 1st, I'm a veteran Minecraft player, so I know what happens on April 1st. The Mojang team always releases April Fool's jokes, and this one was quite funny. It was a new version. 15W14A was the snapshot that they released with some gimmicks that, you know, they've been getting some complaints. Even Turkey wanted to ban Minecraft because of its brutality. It's really hard to build and talk at the same time, so I might ramble a little bit, so sorry about that in advance. Let's go sleep real quick. And so they developed this version. It was the Love and Hugs update because they removed combat and everything. And one thing that I really liked about this update was that... No, let's start first. See, I'm rambling already. So, I was sitting there in my bed. The alarm clock rang. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. And then I slept in again. Then it was 8 o'clock. I looked at the... my cell phone or my phone once again, and then it was 8:20 and I was like, let's get ready because my bus leaves at 9, the skiing bus. I had to get ready quite quickly and go to the breakfast table, and because they have Wi-Fi down there where we eat breakfast, you could get some infos about what has been happening in the world. And I'm following Mojang, and I checked out the Minecraft Reddit and everything, and nothing was there from the April Fool's joke. But then at 59, I received a tweet that Minecraft 1.9 was out. Or not 1.9, man, sorry about rambling. The April Fool's joke, or the new version was out, and I was super excited about that. And now I finally got to play with it, and you may have seen my update video on that. That's when I couldn't play with it, and I thought it was just, you know, the typical April Fool's joke, which it was. But one thing that I really liked about the update, and I would love to have in here, was the color. Seriously, if you're in the world, you can see that pinkish tone to the entire world, and I would love that in the texture pack right here. I'm still thinking how we could implement that. Maybe it's a little bit too red and everything, but personally, I really do like that, because it adds a little bit of redness, and yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get it. So if you know how to, please let me know in the comments down below. It probably has to do with the resource pack. But to get back on topic, you can see that they have made a little baby, and now that will go on. They will mate with their children, and I don't want to talk about that because that's kind of gross, but that's how villagers work. It's not the same as in humans, I hope. Alright, so we've got that done. All we have to do now is wait for the villagers to become 10 or more, probably more, because there are enough doors for about 14 villagers. I think 40 divided by 3 is, yeah, about 14, 13, 14. 13.3 to be exact, and every villager needs 3 doors, and then they will keep on breeding as long as there are enough doors. Alright, enough about that. Now let's take our trusty steed and ride into the landscape that I have checked out in the last, or no, not the last, actually the one before the last episode, so episode number 8, and I want to start building something there as well to, you know, just start our village there. So my plan is to have our main village back there in the forest that I'm gonna show you in just a moment as well, and draw a connection between that said village and our area back there. That's gonna be our farming area, as you could tell by the iron golem farm and the wheat farm, and I'm probably gonna add on to those and then have all the resources somehow travel to that place. I haven't really thought of anything set in stone yet, but I've got a few ideas that may work out for transporting items and keeping the area loaded, and we'll see in the next episode. But for today, I want to find an area that I want to start in, because I have not really set anything. Ooh, this is dangerous. I gotta be careful here. I have not really set anything or any place that I want to build in. Hi, little baby. Hi. How are you? Cool. So I was thinking maybe around a lake. This one is quite nice, but it's not in the forest for me, if you know what I mean. It's just outside of the forest. Maybe we'll find something else. I placed down some torches there, I can see. Yeah, this was my horse area, so maybe this was the area I wanted to build in. That's kind of cool. Okay, I tell you what, I'm gonna find an area that we can start building in, and then we will do so. Be right back. The more I look at it, the more I'm starting to love it. You know, it's just beautiful. Our village, or our farming base, is right over there in the distance, and I thought, man, this is quite a nice area here in the sunflower plains. Everything is looking awesome. The sunflowers are facing east into the direction that the sun is coming from, and there are all of these nice trees here. I didn't want to build right inside of the forest, because then I would have to do a lot of deforestation, and I don't want to do that. I want to go with nature with this village. You know, villagers didn't always chop down trees and then build their village there. Instead, they searched for a nice area and then built their village there, be it right next to the forest, but not inside of the forest. And we've got a lake here, so we can extend to that one when we want to build something that has to do with water. Not gonna give too many clues right now. And we have a desert over here, so we've got a nice border here. Maybe we want to do something in the desert as well. We have a lot of options here, but first let's start out with what every village needs, and that is a well to get water from. Now, I know what you're thinking. We've got a lake right over there, so it doesn't make a lot of sense, but you know, what doesn't make sense in Minecraft. So we'll start out with this. I've already dug a hole right down here with water inside of it, so you wouldn't have to watch me do that. And while we are building this, I want to tell you about a tweet that Grum sent out just a few moments ago. Or actually this morning when you're watching this. It was yesterday. You know, Grum sent out a tweet telling people about something very, very cool, in my opinion. It is the durability. He posted a photo in which he is holding up a carrot on a stick. Let me demonstrate. Alright, let's just pretend this was the carrot on a stick. And his durability wasn't full, it was on 2/3, like this shovel right here, and you could actually see the carrot being bit off, so there was only a part of the carrot seen, so you can actually visualize the durability of an item right now, and I love that. And that's probably also what he meant when he said that there were cool, unique features for resource pack makers, and I think that's just really cool. I can only imagine that with pickaxes and everything else. That would be so cool if they actually chipped off with every bit of durability that you gained. And then anvils would actually make sense when you, for instance, put a diamond next to a pickaxe, that it would then repair it, because you would actually physically attach more stuff to the pickaxe that has been chopped off beforehand, if you know what I mean. Yeah, just a cool thing that I wanted to inform you about. Also, another cool thing that I saw today when going through my subs and catching up on some of the videos that I have missed while I was on vacation, I saw Dockham77's April Fool's video about Mojang giving us a secret QR code. I posted one of those on my Twitter page, which led to something not so useful, which was Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley to Rickroll You. That was actually a screenshot from Minecraft, but shh, didn't want to tell you that. And yeah, he posted a video explaining another QR code that was hidden in the snow, and that said, when you scan it, Minecraft 1.9 the combat update. I'm gonna make a dedicated video to that with more info and detail explaining all of that, but basically that is what this QR code said. Pretty cool, right? The combat update, we've had the redstone update, which was 1.5, we've had 1.6, which was, what was 1.6 again? I have no idea. And then 1.7, I have no idea what that was either. I think 1.6 was the horse update. Yeah, that's what it was. And then 1.8 was the good question. Man, it's so hard to remember all these things when you're doing so many Minecraft videos. But then you should remember them even better. Oh well, you know, combat update sounds nice. Seems like a cool idea. Let's see if it is. Maybe they're gonna include some more weapons, maybe some cannons or some guns. That would be awesome. But I'm not exactly sure if it would fit the Minecraft theme if they were to add guns now. But it's up to them. We'll see. Everything that they add will have a cool feature. That's always like that for me with the Minecraft updates. Tell me if it's also for you like that. If you don't like a feature that much and then you see what you can actually do with it from other people that really do like it, then you're starting to like it yourself. That's how it is for me anyways. So now what I'm doing here, this actually worked quite well. Building the well, haha, it worked well, haha. We need some helper blocks down here to place the fence gates, which are for supporting the rope that is holding up the bucket right there. And that just to look like a bucket with water, which it pretty much is. And they are getting water from there. Now I would add some ladders in here for people that fall in there, but normally no people fall in there except for little children. But since we're building a medieval, well, we don't have little children here, and they would be screwed if they fell in there, and no one would be able to rescue them. Alright, this looks pretty cool. Now, it looks a little bit lonely in all of this landscape, especially the water poking through there. I don't know how to fix it other than removing the water, and we'll do that right now with some gravel and some andesite. Andesite is a very nice block that I am going to try to place right here. Not there, no, almost. Come on. There we go. There's one andesite, and I'm gonna be placing them all around here to make it just look a little bit random. And that's the first step to our medieval cool little fisherman's valley village, whatever. Maybe you guys can find a name for this when we're at a later stage when building this village. Maybe it has some characteristics that we're gonna include into the villager's name. Then I would like to add some coarse dirt in here as well. That might look cool. But that's just some detail work for off camera. Just wanted to show you what I'm doing here, and so you can get a start and a glimpse at what is going on here. What is this crazy fella doing? And that is how I want my world to look. Pretty cool. Alright, in this episode we finally made some progress. Let me take off my armor. I want to be polite. We made some progress we built the iron golem farm, just need to hang around there and then make the villagers breed so we can finally see our first iron, maybe already until the next episode. Probably we will have quite a bunch of iron. And hey, potato, wow. Alright, then we will have our first Iron Man. That threw me off guard quite a bit. We built this wonderful well right here, and we talked about a few 1.9 updates and some colors that I would love to have here. So, common question for today: how do I get the Minecraft 1.10 colors, or the April Fool colors, into the game? And would you like to see them, or would you rather not see them? Would you leave it like that? Tell me that in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I was craving for some nation for quite a while, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching. This has been Nick, and that was the wrong outro. Anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye, and see you later. Beautiful sunset. Alright, bye bye.